All right, welcome back, guys. If you're new to the channel, this one is actually the fourth video in an ArcGIS Enterprise deployment series. But also, if you just want to know how to install ArcGIS Server and get that set up, you come to the right place anyway. All right, so as I said, this is the fourth video in the series. So far we have set up the VM for Portal, installed Portal, got it working in SSL, put in the web adapter, it's ready to go. So we have a look over here. This is the Portal environment now, ready to go. We can use it. We can go and assign licenses and all that stuff on there. But the only thing is we haven't federated this with ArcGIS Server because we don't have ArcGIS Server set up. So that's what we're going to do in this video. We're going to get into Azure, set up ArcGIS Server virtual machine, and then in the next one we'll go and install ArcGIS Server on it, and then the web adapter after that. So let's get straight into it, Okay, so over here in Azure, this is our Portal machine. We're going to go and create a new one. So let's go into here, go to virtual machines, and then we'll go create a new virtual machine. Now this is going to be very similar to the ArcGIS Portal machine, almost identical in the way we do it, but we're going to smash through this anyway, just for completeness sake, you know. All right, so for the resource group, we will set ArcGIS Enterprise as our resource group. If you're doing it for the first time, you might want to create your own one, or a new one anyway, with the create new button, but let's just smash through this. Call it AGS, same region, same zone 1. We're going to leave these ones. For the machine, we're going to go with the Windows Server 2025, and then the standard 2 CPU 16 gig, and then we're going to put in the username I usually use. So again, this is for the administrator account. We are going to need HTTPS and HTTP access on the machine. Well, you don't need HTTP, but you definitely need HTTPS, and we're going to have RDP as well. As always, don't worry about this. We're going to sort this out later. We'll go next. Here we can set our disk size. I think we're fine with 127, and then a premium. And we're going to set it all up on the same ArcGIS Enterprise VNet as ArcGIS Portal was set up. So that's all good. That's going to be default. We're going to have a public IP address. It's going to be called AGS-IP, so that's fine too. Everything else can stay the same. Allowed ports are all good. We're going to adjust that later. Let's go review and create. Validation's passed. We can review this, but we'll hit create. All right, so I kind of smashed through that one, but if you've been watching my channel or following this series, that was pretty much identical to the process for setting up ArcGIS Portal. So that's why I sort of smashed through it a little bit, but at least we have it all there, so we have it as a reference anyway. But we're going to let this finish deploying. It'll take a little while, and then we'll cut back. All right, so deployment's completed. We're going to go to the resource now. So go to resource. And this is our new server. Now, before we do anything, we always go to network settings. And then in the RDP section, we want to narrow this down to just our own IP address. So we'll go my IP address, and we'll hit save on that one. And that way, only our IP address can connect to the machine. All right, so the next thing we'll do, go to overview. And you can see we've got the public IP address here. What we'll do now is go and install IIS on the machine. So we're going to connect to it. So connect. That will give us an RDP connection. And we'll hit open there. Click connect. And then set the login to the admin user account that we set up when we set up the server. And go and jump straight into the machine. And on first startup, it will take a little while to start up. Okay, and once the server's set up, you'll get taken to this screen always for the first time. So we'll hit accept on there. And then we've got Server Manager starting up. Don't have a start menu yet, there we go. Okay, cool. So close that window, and we're just going to install IIS on the machine, just so we can check we can access it through HTTPS. So we'll go Manage, Add Roles and Features, hit Next through here, Next through here, go down to Web Server IIS, and yep, we'll go add that, hit Next, 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 and install. So yeah, IIS is going to be something that we'll use with the web adapter later on anyway. So let's go ahead and let this one install now. All right, and we're back. So IIS is finished installing on the machine now. So we'll hit close on there, and then we can test it by putting the machine's IP address into our machine's browser. So our local machine, so we'll go down and we'll go to overview on the machine, just so I can easily get the IP address, and we'll just check that IIS is working on HTTP. And there we go. So that's working now, connecting to the ArcGIS Server machine via its raw IP address. The next thing we want to do is enable HTTPS on the machine, and what that's going to entail is creating an SSL certificate. Once again, I'm going to use ZeroSSL like we did with the ArcGIS portal if you're here. If you're just here looking at ArcGIS Server only, go ahead and follow along. Usually your IT services team will be able to provide you with a certificate, but if you don't and you need to get your own, this is how you do it, alright? So I'm going to go to ZeroSSL. You can find your own certificate authority, but we're going to go here for this one. Create an account or log into it. And I've already got an account. ZeroSSL is good because you get these free 90-day ones, which, you know, if you're only going to work with it temporarily, you can use that. But for this ArcGIS Enterprise environment, I'm going to use a paid for 1-year SSL. So we go new certificate. Domain is going to be similar to the portal one, except with an S. We're going to go next on that. We'll do 1 year. Yep, auto generate CSR. We're happy with RSA 2048. This is my plan, so we'll go next on there. All right, and then now we just have to verify that we actually own this domain. So you need to go to your domain name provider to go and make some adjustments there, but this is how I always like to do it. Use DNS and CNAME, and what this is asking us to do is create a CNAME record in your domain name provider DNS service. So my provider is Ventra, so I'm going to go to Ventra IP and then log in. Alright, once you're logged into your domain provider, go find your domain and then go to its DNS management console. In Ventra IP, this is how you access it. So what we're going to do is, firstly, we're going to create an A record against the IP address of the machine. So IP address is this one. And we'll go down to the bottom, create an A record. Well, so that's the target, and then we're just going to go AGS. And then it finishes it off for you, intelligence.io. So we'll hit add. Now with that created, what that will allow you to do is via HTTP only, is go to the machine, and this domain name will now redirect to the IP address of the machine. So now we can see we're accessing the IIS instance via that domain name. But now for the SSL certificate, we need to verify that we own the domain name. So what we want to do is grab this bit, and it says create a CNAME record. So we're going to go here and choose CNAME. Put that first value in here. Notice how it finishes the .intelligence.io for you. And then we want to create that to go point to this. So, sorry, go back over here. Points to that. So we'll hit add on there. All right, and then that 3600 was the default. So now we can hit next step and then verify. And we've done that correctly. It should verify against that new CNAME record, and it has. So now it's going to go and generate the certificate for us. And this can take a little while. So I will cut back once this has finished and moved on to the next step. Oh, okay, never mind. We're actually ready to go. So ZeroSSL is working very quickly today. So we can go and download the certificate now. So we'll go download, and that's our certificate file here. So let's right click on it, go copy, and then move it onto the machine. So this is back on the ArcGIS Server machine. And as always, I like to copy the file into a little C drive software folder. So I've got it all ready to go in one tidy location. So go new folder. I know this is the certificate, but okay, so there's the zip file copied in. We're going to extract it. And then we've got it in this folder now. So we got our, these are CRT files. These are the 3 files that we're going to need to add the certificate, SSL certificate, to the server. However, if this is the first time you're watching one of my videos, we also need to convert the CRT into a PFX file. And that's just for Windows. Like obviously if you're using some other thing that's not IIS, you can probably use your CRT files. But for Windows IIS, we need to make a PFX file. We need to convert them. So we're going to do this with OpenSSL. So we've done this before on the channel, but yeah, if you're joining just for the ArcGIS Server stuff, I'll show you how to get it. So there's a little tool we need. So just opening the browser now. Close through all of this. Okay, here we go. OpenSSL. I'll just put download. Hopefully it gives us that open light. There we go. We want Shining Light Productions. So we go into here. And then on this page, scroll down a little bit and you'll see we've got a couple of different versions. We want the Windows 64 OpenSSL Lite version, and I'll just get the MSI file. All right, so it thinks that it's not safe, but it is safe. So we're just going to go down here and keep anyway. And we'll open. And it might need a dependency actually. Now that I think about it, yeah. We need the Microsoft Visual C++ redistributables. So we're going to hit cancel on this. We're going to go yes. And it'll go download this for us. Just make sure you don't have any installation running. So close that one, otherwise it will fail. And then we're going to go to the downloads again, and we're just going to run this first. Oh, okay. We're going to run this first and make sure. Oh, okay, hang on. Okay, it's already running. So click on that, run this, you get to this screen. We're going to go install it. All right, once that's finished installing, now we can run this. Just make sure you only have the one installer running at a time, otherwise it causes issues. So we go accept. Yeah, we'll just install it in program files. You can put it in software if you want, but I'll just put it there. Windows System Directory, install. Okay, you can donate if you want, hit finish. All right, so we've got the OpenSSL tool now. To make it easy to use, this is what I like to do. If we go into here, we go to this PC, C drive, program files. And we have a look, we've got this OpenSSL here now. So we open that one. And then bin, we've got the OpenSSL.exe. So to make that easy to use, I always like to put this pathway inside my Windows path. So I copy that, and then we go into here, go to properties. And if the settings window opens for us, we can go to advanced system settings, environment variables, and then we can add that to our path. And that just makes it way easier for us to access. So we go new, drop that guy in there, and hit OK, 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 and exit. All right, so now when we open terminal, we can run OpenSSL just by typing OpenSSL. All right, so this little bit now, what we need to do is go into the software directory. So into here, C drive, software, and then this folder. I'll just delete this just to clean it up. Into this folder, and then we're going to go run a command to go and generate a PFX file out of those. Okay, so let's just go cd into that directory, and I'll go grab you that command now. All right, so I've just gone and got the command. If you want, I'll put it in the video description anyway, but this is the command. Once you're in that directory, this is the command you want to run. So open SSL PK CS12 export, and then the out file. This is what we're going to get: ZeroSSL-cert PFX, and then the private key, the certificate, and then the CA bundle file, which is all inside this directory now anyway. So we'll press enter, give it a password, and verify. And if you've done everything correct, you should now inside that folder have this ZeroSSL PFX file. See, it's yeah, I don't have extensions showing, but that is a .pfx file there now. And now to install it on the Windows machine, all we got to do is double click it, go local machine, next, and then we can yeah, we can specify the file to import. That's this one, so we go next, and then give it the password that you just set up. So that's the password you put in here. Hit next, next, and finish. And now the import is successful, so all good. Now for that to work, we need to go bind it to port 443 on your IIS installation. So in the start menu, go to IIS, open the IIS services, and then we can go into here, drop sites, go to the default website, and then in default website you can go and find bindings over here. So click on bindings, and we see we've got HTTP. So whenever someone goes to this server via HTTP, it's bind to the IIS environment, right? But not HTTPS yet. HTTPS is going to run 443. So we go add, changes to HTTPS, that automatically sets that to 443, and we can just say as default, right? And then the certificate, if we've installed it correctly, should show up here now, and that's ags.intelligis.io, and we'll hit OK, and we'll hit close. All right, so now the server's ready to go with HTTPS. So to check that, what we can do is just minimize this guy, and instead of accessing it insecurely through HTTP, we can go and change this to now go https://ags. And we can see now that the server is indeed secure. Okay, so almost there. The next thing we need to do is open the port that ArcGIS Server will run on. If you did the portal one, it was 7443 for portal. For server, it's 6443, okay? So same process, just different port. We'll jump back on the server. So over here, back on the server machine, we'll go firewall. Open Windows Defender Firewall from the start menu, and in the inbound rules we'll go new rule, port, hit next on that, and then the specific port for ArcGIS Server is 6443 and TCP, and then we'll allow the connections on all profiles, and we'll just call this ArcGIS Server, put a description if you want, but now that port is open and ready to go, so that we can use ArcGIS Server with ArcGIS Portal. All right, so the server now is ready to go for our ArcGIS Server installation and licensing, and we'll do that in the next video. All right, so see you in the next one. Cheers.